Look, we have an amazing lineup tonight.
So I've asked Matt Heatherington to come to actually perform first, because I really just can't wait to hear him read again, so I just said, you're going on first. Now, if anyone doesn't know about Matt, I'll tell you a bit about him. He's a writer, all-round archetype who's just moved to Brisbane, and incredibly enough to many Melburnians, he still manages to write poetry. And he has published over 300 poems during the last 20 years throughout Australia, Europe, America, and poems have been everywhere. And he's been in Best Australian Poems more times than I can count. His most recent collection is Eye to Eye, which is probably one of my favourite collections. And is on the board of the Australian Haiku Society. And he lists his current inspirations as Miles Davis, his 6-year-old daughter Jess, and Plain Old Sunshine. Please welcome Matt Heatherington.
When I am not with her, there where she is, I mumble to myself without speaking, and half of my heart is lost in the air or gets spent with my fingers and thumbs. When I am not with her, there where she is, a blindness within me is waiting for her eyes, so I close both my own to behold her. When I am not with her, there where she is, I drink my tea when it's still too hot, because my mouth doesn't open often enough, and my throat still thirsts for the point of her tongue. When I am not with her there where she is, I notice the aloneness of the inland wind as it steers itself towards the salt of the ocean. When I am not with her there where she is, my nearest thread to infinitude is not around, so I lie on my back and stare at the sky while I rub my feet on the ground. When I am not with her there where she is, I can't tell her any of this, so I'm telling you. Mark Haddon, who he wrote a poem called The Great Poets. So I liked it, so I copied it. So yeah, this is, I think there's even a few of these, there's one or two great poets in this room. The great poets. They'll pay $1 for a loaf of yesterday's bread, but the bad poetry of others will force them to pay $6 for a glass of half-decent wine. They will happily steal a good line, but never speak of it, or to anyone who takes even an image from them. They try to write prose for the money, but can never get past the 5th draft of the 2nd chapter. There are whole continents where their work is unknown. When they are too old to enjoy them, they are sometimes given teaching jobs. If they can be likened to an animal, it is usually a wolf. They are rarely dogs, though, but often cats. Their significant others are more like very beautiful donkeys. They haven't changed their cutlery in decades, but their consciences are clean. The ones who are applauded the most are often the ones who do the most applauding. Some of the ones who nobody knows will soon be praised in France. Each of the great poets has read Rilke, Baudelaire, Levertov, and Kevin Brophy. Their children are never named after their grandparents, but they usually spend a lot of time with them. Every one of them, though, can cook quite reasonable soup. In the stillest hours, you can hear them demanding more luck. They take from darkness and silence and they give what almost no one wants, but still they give.